We'd better buckle up for this one. One team already ranked in the top 25, the other sitting just on the cusp and trying to prove a point in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Marshall Thundering Herd, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Auburn Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Auburn will kick off to get us underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. To the air on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Marshall. It's a fumble. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Looking to buy time. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. That's caught. It's Marshall. And he's wrestled to the ground.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
See some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Snap to the back. Might be looking to run. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The bootleg to buy a little space. On the move, he fires. Working the big fella downfield and outside.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
This Marshall offense putting together a nice drive. Wants to go up top on first down. The sweet feet buy a little time. The short hands, it's Sims. And he's dragged down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands. Get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than they did here, but it was still a positive game.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20. Marshall quick to the line. Right back to him on the ground. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Yeah, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Throws for the tight end. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Hey, you come out early in the game, you're trying to send a message to your team that you're confident, you believe in them to convert these 4th downs. You didn't get that one, but don't let it be a detriment moving forward. If you want to stay aggressive, be that way throughout the course of the game.
The give to the back. Breaks into the open. He's at the 40. The 20. He's at the... And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Coming out with it, it's Sims. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Marshall takes over the ball, the thundering herd offense coming out. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this week.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Going to take a shot at this DB. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Yeah, and a lot of offenses, when they get their free safety matched up man-to-man, they're going to take shots because they believe their guy can win. Really nice man-to-man coverage and a nice job making a play on the ball at the end that results in an incompletion.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
They booted away on 4th down. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He'll try to do it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
The Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll try the run. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, it's so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on, hard to get him to the ground.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They go to the ground. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
Auburn going to work with another first down. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tiger.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. West Virginia is down right now, but this young man under center has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born today in Morgantown. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Oklahoma. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got...
Lets it fly. Picked off. A rare misread and mistake from this quarterback. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
Snagged out of the air.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Moving out of the pocket. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback here. He extends the play. Nothing open right away. There's a little bit of pressure. He gets to the outside, tries to take a shot down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Here's a heat. He's got the tight end. He'll get down to the 22 before going out of bounds. That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So first down here as they go back to work. Just keeps slinging it. Throws to the tight end. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. Finds a little bit of room as he'll get 2 out to the 6.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able...
It's a running room. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Herd!
Man, the defense has got to be kicking themselves. They have the offense pinned back so deep in their own end. It's one thing to give up a completion, but You can't. Receiver go the entire distance and score a touchdown. Bad job on the back end by the D.
Ready to try the point after. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of...
There he goes! The 40! At the 20! Touchdown, Auburn! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Marshall takes over the ball, the thundering herd offense coming out. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you...
He's going to fire deep. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Looking to throw. Clears the pressure. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads it downfield. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on fourth down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
So here comes the Auburn offense. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Off play action. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Nice run there, picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
There's nothing more annoying defensively than this. You got a guy bottled up, great coverage, boom. He escapes out of it, pulls a rabbit out of a hat. Next thing you know, he scrambles, gets a first down. Now I got a new set of problems I got to deal with.
Step back in week 3, they have been sharp as they extend the lead. What a perfect play call to get the score.
And you're watching the backside on all your runs, making sure that backside, they're not cheating, not flying to the football. The offense saw something, caught them in it. The defense didn't have an answer. The reverse works to perfection.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Forced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Ball is loose. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Throws it back. Pocket breaking down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
4th down and 10 and barely a thought of kicking it. They'll go for it. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. It's 4th and 15, but the offense will stay on the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Wants to throw again. Looking down the middle. Got his man to the left. He's brought down the one. A play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. Marshall quick to the line. Wants to throw on 1st down. To the end zone, and it's picked off. Got some room to run. The 50. He's at the 40. The 20. Past the 10. Touchdown, Auburn! And they turn it into a defensive score.
And that's a great job by the defender there, back in his own end. He knew he had to make a play. He jumped the route, caught it, and he takes it all the way back. Forget flipping the field. How about scoring a touchdown?
And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Marshall. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
And that's good enough for a 1st down.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Setting up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Marshall comes to the line way behind the sticks here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Makes the catch. It's Marshall. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Shotgun snap. Wants to throw it on 3rd. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at 35. Marshall trying to move the sticks on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own great field position.
Man, 1st half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. They'll go to the ground. Breaks the tackle. He'll go out of bounds, but a solid pickup on the run.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Throws toward the end zone. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
And guys, if I'm on offense, I am staying aggressive. I know you didn't connect there, but make sure you keep testing this defense, because even if you complete one of those throws, that could be the game-breaking play.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He's looking to throw. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
This quarterback is living dangerously now. Threw a pick earlier in the game, and he almost threw another one right there. These windows are tight. He's got to be really good with his decision-making.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Looking downfield very late in the half. Immediately fires to the middle. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Tigers! They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the 2nd half.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Second half just about ready to go, and Marshall will kick it off. Caught inside the 20, chance for a good return. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Under fire. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
We've seen this defensive end make a lot of plays. In the run game, he's setting the edge. He's forcing the football to go back inside, but he's not a one-trick pony. He can also get out of his stance, use his hands, and use his speed to beat offensive tackles and get to the QB.
The give to the tailback. And he's knocked down.
And I know it's not a first down, but I still like the way they ran the football here. Just try to make the next 3rd down manageable. Try to get it where it's not as predictable. I think the offense did a really good job being smart there, taking what the defense gave them.
The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Trying play action. That's caught. It's Gabbert. Turning it on. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Bringing the heat. Fires into the end zone. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive.
And they'll take over.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3 quarters of a football game.
The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. Wide receiver going in motion. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Marshall.
Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Well, I like the aggressive nature by the quarterback there. He's trying to take a shot down the field. Just a better play by the defense forcing the incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll move the wide receiver. To the air on second down. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your second guy gets hit. You got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback, man.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
And the offense sticking to its fourth down beliefs. Just 1 for 4 so far today, but they'll try it again. Motion from the wide receiver. On fourth down, trying to find his man. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
Man, as a defense, you're like, oh, they're going to draw us offside. They're going to draw us offside. They're not going to go for it. They go for it, and you get the big stop. You've set your offense up. You've turned the momentum. This defense should be feeling really good about themselves.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to fire. Touchdown, Tiger! The offense cashing it in on that drive. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. LSU has the lead right now, but it hasn't come easy. They're in a tight one. They're up by a field goal over Wake Forest. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
And you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, this is a big moment for this offense, too, because you want to capitalize off getting the turnover, right? You just threw an incompletion. Now you got a big down coming up. You've got to find a way to make a play here so that you can generate points and capitalize off of the opponent's mistake.
Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Auburn. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
I'll tell you, you love linebackers that are good against the run, but how nice is it when you've got a guy that can sit in zone coverage like he can and not just pick it off, but find his convoy and take it to the house. That is a game-changing play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Off the play fake. Quarterback adapting. Rolling, throwing, looking right.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Marshall back at it with another 1st and 10. To the air on first down. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but, man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch. And in this case, even catching the football, it was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Pulls it in down the sideline. Wide open on the right. Running inside the 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
And, man, what a game-changing tight play. The offense throwing and they're probably thinking to themselves, hey, let's just get some more space. Let's try to get a first down and give ourselves room to work with. What an individual effort by the receiver after he had the ball in his hand, taking it all the way, coast to coast on that touchdown.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Well, the receiver was double covered on that play, and I don't know if the decision by the QB had to do with the pressure. Because he was hurried, he just had to get rid of that faster than he wanted to. He's lucky he didn't come away with an interception.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
The Thundering Herd trying to dial one up to convert on 3rd down. Sends it back in motion. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Grabbed in the middle, it's Marshall. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Runs up, 4th down.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. You saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
So here comes the Auburn offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play. Oh, he's got some space. Smashes through the tackle. Touchdown, Auburn! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Here's the handoff. Finding an escape route. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Marshall quick to the line. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And this one falls incomplete, but I think the defense was in the neutral zone. It was a free play.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
Pulls it in. It's Sims. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll pull it down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And that ball's incomplete on 4th down, but wait just a second. There is a flag, and this is a big call. That one hurts. They thought they'd move the chains on 4th down. Instead, they back up. No special teams unit headed to the field again. They'll go for it for a 7th time. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Steps away. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. They'll give it to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we reach the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Handoff from the shotgun. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On the option. Now the toss. He's not going to make it to the sticks, and what a stop against one of the best 3rd down offenses in the country. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
Marshall comes to the line facing 3rd and long. They'll run play action. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop.
Man, that's a rough outcome. I get it. I want to try to be aggressive, but backed up in your own territory, aggressive, and you fail. Now you set the other team up for almost automatic points.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll keep it on the ground.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
First and goal. Let's see what Auburn's got cooking. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
It's now second and goal.
Offense trying to pay it off on second and goal. They'll run the option. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. He has been unstoppable, the ultimate dual threat, positively Cam-tastic.
And that dude was just so incredible to watch, and that's what he's putting on display. He's looking like that. Just whatever he wants to do, it's working, and this Auburn offense is cooking.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Marshall now lines up trying to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Tiger. How about this defense taking one back to the house? They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. Attempt to try. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. West Virginia is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. They're trailing by 12 to Oklahoma. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Plows through the defense. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. To the ground with the back. Past the sticks, and he may get more. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
Listen, I'm not one for moral victories, and obviously they're trailing by a lot of points late in this game, and they are going to lose, but it is a good sign if you're the head coach of this team that you're seeing your guys out there still competing and still fighting until there's zeros on the clock.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and it makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy, great execution, just beat down in every facet.
And I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That will put the wrap on things from here for David Pollack.